guys, welcome to the second Sunday video showing you arms from the other day. This was a pretty cool workout, and I said earlier that my arms were still sore from, was it Friday? I think it was Friday, and they've gotten even more sore since this morning, believe it or not. So I thought that was kind of cool. But we started outside. It was a little later in the day, so it was a little bit cooler outside. It was kind of cloudy, so the gym was actually packed when I did arms. So started with some push downs, heavy push downs. I think this is the stack, if I remember correctly. It's a heavy stack too, by the way. The outside stack. Most of the stacks in this gym are really heavy. So started with push downs. I alternated the grip, like close grip, wider grip. Just kind of went back and forth. And I did the same with when I supersetted it with biceps. I kind of went with the inner grip and the outer grip, just to switch it up a little bit. Hit outer, inner part of the bicep. I mean, honestly, when you do a bicep curl, you're working your entire bicep, right? But it definitely, if you go wider, it can hit certain angles versus closer grip. So it's kind of cool. Kind of cool to do. Switch it up just a little bit. But this was a good working set. The only thing I remember, or one thing that I remember when I did my arms, I didn't warm up my biceps as much as I normally like to. And I didn't I remember picking up this weight and saying, dude, I only did like 2 warm-up sets for biceps. I usually like to do like 4 or 5, just to really get the ligaments going and everything, the tendons and the muscles, get a little blood in there, but it's all right. So set number 2 with the stack. Cranking out the push downs. I am okay with the form. Shoulders are dropped. This part of my arm is staying almost in the exact spot the entire time. Leaning forward into it just a little bit, but I think that's okay. I'm not worried about that. Went to complete failure, as I normally try to do on every set. And we brought that bad boy down. Go back to set number 2 for the easy bar cable curls. And it looks like we went on with the inner grip for this one. This is definitely not the full stack. My triceps are definitely stronger than my biceps, but it might be hanging around half, maybe a little bit more than half the stack. So regardless, it's heavy enough to where, I'm in like that. I didn't even count the reps, but I'm sure like 10, 12 rep range. There we go. To complete failure. And I try to be a little bit cautious when I go to failure with biceps. If you've seen previous videos, I don't want to get to the point where I'm like there's a threshold, right? So with triceps, it's really hard to tear a tricep. I mean, it can be done, but on push downs, you're probably not going to tear a tricep, even when you're like really trying to push weight. But with a bicep, I don't want to get to the point where I'm like going nuts and it's not moving anywhere, because that's when shit's gonna pop. At least I feel like that's when things are gonna. I don't want nothing popping. I want things to grow. I want no popping. So, pretty good form. I like the form. I mean, I think I'm pretty good with form overall with everything. Maybe not perfect, but above average. And the reason I know that is because I see what other people are doing in the gym. I may have my hat on and my music on, and I look like I'm in my own world, which I am, but I am very observant, and I see what other people are doing a lot of times. So it's a third set. This was a great opener, by the way. I love going back and forth with biceps and triceps. I've been doing that for a while now. There are times, and I just haven't done this in a while, where I'll do only triceps and then I'll move into only biceps. But for months now, I've been doing it this way, just doing set of bicep, set of tricep, bicep, tricep. it just feels good. Plus, it really gives me like an overall really good arm pump. So, whereas, halfway through the bicep workout, ooh, nice veins. I mean, the vascularity is getting there, man. Not bad, not bad. Forgot I threw that little pose in there. But what I was saying was like, if you do triceps first, and then you move to biceps or vice versa, like halfway through the bicep workout, well, the tricep pump is gone, right? So you don't have that full arm pump experience. Where if you're taking it back and forth throughout the entire workout, your arms stay completely inflated and they just look cool as shit, and it feels good too. I had to get a little. I couldn't get the greatest angle on this set. I think I switched it up after this. As there was a lot of people in the corner over here, where all the free weights were. I was going to do dumbbell curls, but there was a grip. There was like a whole family of people over there working out, so I didn't want to go setting up the camera over there. But we did. So we did the rope extensions, rope pushdowns, and then we went over to concentration curls. Um, let's see how the form looks. Yeah, it's a nice controlled movement coming down. That's what I really want to pay attention to. It's only going to be so controlled coming up because I mean, 35 pounds is, I mean, for me, I wouldn't say a heavy weight, but I mean, heavy enough to where, I'm not going to throw it up as easily as I can let it go down, right? But what I don't want to do is come up with it and then just drop it like this. I want it to be controlled all the way up and down. So that looked good. And go over to the left arm here. There we go. Not bad. I think with the diet, I'm definitely starting to see a little bit more separation between the biceps and the triceps and in the arms. Um, just a little bit on the outside. I mean, definitely a noticeable difference from a month ago. So not bad. And I've been starting when I do single arm curls of any kind. I start with the tattoo arm because that's the arm that is, I think, like a quarter of an inch smaller than the left arm. So at least that's what the tape measure said a couple weeks ago. This, let's see here. Yeah, nice squeeze all the way at the bottom. You're definitely starting to see some of like a little bit of feathering in the back of the tricep there. Like you're starting to be able to see some stuff back there, and definitely some separation. That looks good. That looks good. That's all diet right there. Good stuff. Good stuff. Take it to failure. It doesn't look like a lot of weight. So this stack, so the where I am on this machine on the outside, it's way different than when you're on the inside part of the jungle gym, whatever the hell the thing's called, the weight rack. Because it's just one loop going over to the weights, whereas the other one, it goes down like it's kind of like a little bit of a serpentine, so it's slightly different. This one's freaking heavy, so it doesn't look like a super heavy weight, but it was freaking heavy. So, probably could have gone heavier if it was like a straight bar or easy curl. Ropes I'm a little bit weaker on, but that's all right. The exercise felt good. Another set of concentration curls here. Looking good, my man. Yeah, definitely can't complain about this arm workout. It was I did I got the job done. And the pump was phenomenal, and I think the choice of exercises were pretty darn good, and the pump was there, and I am definitely sore today, 2 days later. So, we did something right in there. And we're going to go for set number 3 here. I think we did a ROP set here, if I, excuse me, remember correctly. Now, if you notice, I think a lot of people may criticize this and say you got to have your back completely flush against the pad. Uh, Maybe, but that table is a little too far out for me to feel comfortable being all the way back here, my elbows are gonna. I feel like my elbows are gonna be a little too far in front of me, so I just kind of lean into it a little bit, which I normally do when there's no pad either, as well. So pretty good. Going to failure. Triceps look decent. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna complain about the triceps. I think we did we do a drop set? Oh, we did a rest pause. That's what I'm doing. I'm not changing the weight. It's just a rest pause. Yeah, no big deal. Like 20 seconds, something like that. Let me just go back, just crank out a few more. Now, I'm examining the weights because these plates, I guess because of the humidity, they stick together. So I have to make sure I don't have an extra plate on there. All right, come on, come on. Get it all the way down. There we go. All right. Good set. Good set. Go over, and I kept the weight for the concentration curls at 35 pounds. So it's the same weight for all 3 sets. Less reps as we go further down the line, but but the form is staying good. I mean, I'm not jerking the weight around, elbows staying stationary, nice controlled movement. I don't have much of a problem with this. But as always, I always like to say this, I'm not perfect and I still have a lot to learn. So if anybody knows anything that I don't know or sees anything that I'm not seeing, please drop a comment, man. I want to know. I want to know. Yeah, you're definitely starting to see more separation in the arms. I like that. I'm not going to complain about that. That means we're on. That means we're on cue with the diet. We're doing pretty good. We're right where we need to be, pretty much. I mean, I wish I was a little bit leaner, but that'll come. That will come. All right, what do we do next? I don't even remember. Dips. Dips. This seat gets me every time. It always winds up dropping. It won't stay in place. No matter how many times I try to adjust it. I think we threw the stack on here. Let's see here. Yeah. A lot of head movement. But I think that's okay. I'm not really concerned about that here. We took it to failure. There we go. All right. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Did we do another one? Yeah, we did another one. Did the seat drop on the other one? I think it drops on this one, if I remember correctly. Let me see. I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, I must have had something on my shirt. Okay. All right. Let's see. I adjusted the weight. I did go down a little bit in the weight just a bit so I could be able to hit a few more reps. Let's see here. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I don't have a problem with the form. Form looks decent. Maybe, I guess my only critique would be, I mean, it is a pretty heavy weight, but looking at it, I would say maybe come up a little bit more before I go down for the full extension. But I mean, the tension is. I thought the seat dropped on me. I guess it didn't. I thought I remember it dropping, but okay. Oh, I did another drop set here. Okay, sweet. I gotta. What? Oh, there's the seat. There, I knew it went down. I gotta wipe the sweat off my hands because I don't want my palms to slip off of this. So I'm not seated. My butt is not on the pad because it dropped and I didn't feel like getting off to readjust it. So I'm just kind of leaning back against the pad, like kind of squatting on this thing. But yeah, that was good. That was a good set. What do we do here? Easy bar curl. I think I grabbed. I think it's a 70. Is Yeah, it's a 70. So 70 pounds. Not a crazy heavy weight. It's a good. It's a good weight for after what I've just done. So this is the 7th set of biceps. So we did 7 sets of triceps. This is the 7th, or did we? No, we did 8 sets of triceps. Sorry, this is now the 7th set of biceps. Not bad. Form's good. Not a ton of swing. A little bit, but that's okay. That's expected. To failure. Not bad. Ooh, arms are looking good. I mean, for being on a diet, they're still looking pretty thick. Am I talking? I'm talking. Oh, no. Oh, I'm showing. Oh, yeah. All right. It's a little overexposed here. I don't think you can see much there, but that's all right. But yeah, the arms, for being on a diet and have lost just about 20 pounds over the past 30 days, the arms are still maintaining a decent amount of thickness. So that's cool. That's cool. Every bodybuilder's, and I am a bodybuilder. I'm not a competitive bodybuilder, at least not right now. But every bodybuilder's worst fear is when they diet, they're going to lose muscle. And while you don't necessarily lose muscle if you keep your protein high, it's just that all those carbs and glycogen is all being depleted out of the muscles. I wasn't going to do preacher curl because I do it a lot. I incorporate preacher curl like in every workout. So I was going to switch it up and not do it, but I decided to do a drop set with the drop set pins, and just do one blowout set. So this is the eighth, this is the ninth set, I'm sorry, of biceps. But we just did one set here. Nice, crazy good. If I ever get my shit together here, what are you doing? Oh, I'm adjusting the seat. All right. Just one big blowout finisher set. Just put some sprinkles on top of the cake after it was baked, Just a little bit extra. I mean, I could have ended. I didn't have to do these. I just took it a little bit further, but definitely seeing more veins in the arms, which is nice. And I'm seeing like a lot more separation in the bicep, like right in here, which is nice. So that's all diet. So, and I think this week, tonight, I'm gonna prep my Monday and Tuesday lunch for work. And I think we're gonna go a little bit leaner. We'll do some turkey burger because that's really a lot lower fat than I've been eating a lot of ground beef. So I think we're gonna cut back a little bit on the ground beef, maybe to like 2 or 3 times a week, and then the rest turkey burger. A little bit less carbs. Just gonna tighten it up a little bit. Maybe drop it to about from 2100 to like 1900 calories. See how my body deals with that for a little bit. But hey, I hope you guys enjoyed the workout. I'm not gonna do too much more commentary after this because my wife wants to watch a Sunday movie. So I'm gonna end it here. But if you haven't been to the gym yet, get your ass to the gym. And I will see you guys. Well, I'll throw the leg video up tomorrow. And then so this is like, I did 2. Yeah, okay. Not bad. Not bad. But yeah, we're still one video behind. I still have the leg video to put up. But we're a little bit caught up today because we're doing 2 videos today. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Looking pretty good. Oh, somebody. Yeah, I had to talk to somebody. Have a great night, everybody.